These are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They go to the draw. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him in the 27.
Right away early in this game, first drive, you're seeing the big storyline here. It's this quarterback's speed versus the defense and who's going to win the day. And I love the tone the defense is setting here. They knew coming in they were going to have to find a way to corral this guy, and they're able to get home early, really creating some momentum on their side.
Going to try to get it himself. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
On the ground, it's Clark. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
I hate to be Captain Obvious, but it's pretty obvious that it's raining. And you just don't know how a quarterback is going to always respond and hand size and how they throw in the rain. An opening drive, a chance to come out and get some momentum, and he makes a critical mistake. And you talk about giving momentum away. Let's see how this offense now comes out and responds the next possession.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He tries to take the top off. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, he's got some space. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Landry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He'll pull it down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Tigers have it with a first and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Mexico State offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. New Mexico State lines up quickly. On the move, it's Clark. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
The Aggies will try to pick it up on 4th down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Aggies come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here comes the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
To the air on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And you don't see that often when you're running the screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Landry. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. He wants to change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. Here's the return from inside the 25. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clark. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Grab near the marker is Clark. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Barry Johnson. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. They just keep firing. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. From the gun. The sweet feet buy a little time.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Power football with the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Motion from the back. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Landry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. New Mexico State lines up quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field.
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And the returner goes down. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Oh, my, circle, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Tigers are on the move. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Coming up, fourth down.
Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
The Aggies want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It's first down from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And we have breaking news. They score yet another
You found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Clark. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Clark. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Clark. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun. Sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Landry. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Landry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Landry.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Second down coming up.
To the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take off. Got the first down. There he goes. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he made the extra point without problem. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0.